The following episode of Almost Live is brought to you by the Citizens to Save Selig. Let's help Marty pay his bills.
Hi, I'm mayoral candidate Jewett, and this is my wife. You know, because of some restrictive bills that I've supported, some people think I'm against having a good time. Not true. As a matter of fact, I want to invite you to enjoy this, the premiere episode of Almost Live. I want you to savor Almost Live in the coming months. I want you to treasure every joke. Because when I get to be mayor, I'm going to shut this show down so fast it's going to make your head spin.
When it can't wait for Federal Express, when it needs to be faster than fax, move up to Expresso, the express mail with its own delivery system. Press a button and away it goes. No more waiting in the mail room. Expresso gets out of your building fast. Across the country or just around the corner, Expresso takes your message and makes an entrance that gets you noticed. So when you've got to get there first, Expresso yourself. Welcome to the television show that's going to finally put this city on the map. A map of doom. It's Almost Live. And now, here is Dr. Doom. Keister.
Trouble here, Sam.
Well, you know, Lou, it's these Seattle audiences and these indoor studios. The noise is deafening. Keister can't even hear himself think. I wouldn't be surprised if...
He cannot hear himself think. This is bad. This is really bad, Sam. Wait a minute. Here comes the referee. This is probably going to be a delay of monologue.
Oh, this is not a good rule, Lou. This rule
stinks, Sam.
Boy, it is terrible. The committee is going to have to go back to the table on this.
There's the flag. Let's see if Keister can regain his momentum here.
I know it's a stupid rule, but we've got to live with it. We all have to live with it. Gee, noise penalties. I don't get. There's such a big deal in Seattle. They had all those penalties in the Dome last weekend. People kept laughing too loud. It's just, you know, God, it was awful. And then Seattle has this new noise ordinance. If you play amplified music, you can be arrested if people can hear it past 75 feet. 25 feet if you're listening to Debbie Gibson. But I mean, you know, that it just, the whole thing just, I don't know, seems out of place. Well, got to tell you, the Puyallup Fair ends this weekend. This is it. Oh, yeah. I know, I'm really sad too. One thing I don't understand, though, is the souvenir booth at the fair. Now, are the souvenirs to show people who won't believe you went to the fair? No, look, I was really there. It's really just a concept. That's okay. Anyway, we're really here starting the new season of the new Almost Live. Huh? Yeah. We're leaner, we're meaner, we're state-of-the-art, but we have the same goal this year as we have in the past. Cause mass hysteria through the irresponsible use of the television medium. Can we get behind it? Yeah. That's right. And you know something? We've grown too big for this little burg. Oh no, we're going worldwide now. We're on satellite, and right now we're being watched in all corners of the globe, and I think we've established a sky bridge with Cairo, Egypt. Is that right? Can we have that transmission? Hello, Egypt. Can you hear us? Can you hear us over there? Great, look. Jeez, they're waving. That's great. Isn't that interesting how culture has become so uniform around the world? You know, those guys they're in Egypt, and gosh, it seems like they'd be just as comfortable, I don't know, walking through the Bellevue Mall, or, geez, who knows? Anyway, the thing is that the reason that people around the world are watching us is because Seattle has become the focus of attention all over the country. As you know, it's once again been voted the most livable city in America, the best place in America. But you know, when they compile those lists, they miss a lot of things that we've found, and we'd like to show them to you right now. Steve, roll that tape.
Seattle, the Emerald City, gateway to the Pacific, jewel of the Northwest. Money Magazine says it's the best place in America. Seattle, #1. But look behind this glittering facade and you'll find the shame of Seattle. A city addicted to caffeine. Espresso dealers park their carts on every corner and deal the hard stuff to a city of coffee junkies. A tragedy being passed on to the next generation.
At that time, I was probably drinking 10 or 12 cups a day. It was latte mostly, sometimes decaf, but usually caffeinated. But then I worked up to a single and sometimes double shots espresso. And when little Jason was born, the doctor told me he was an espresso baby. I was shocked. I mean, I'd noticed he was a little more hyper than most of the kids, but I don't know. I think he's going to have a real edge on them in school.
Espresso babies, a grim legacy that only adds to the shame of Seattle, a city where real estate has gone insane.
Hey, go for it.
We'll give you $150,000.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm sorry. The price just went up.
And sell the car. We'll sell the car.
Oh, okay. We'll give you $170,000.
Will you look at that? It's gone up again.
Look, the kids don't have to go to college.
College?
No, they don't have to.
Okay,
We'll give
okay.
you $180,000.
Oh, you just missed it.
Homeowners are buying into the shame of Seattle.
Get off the road. Just go back to Bellingham, you...
A city where bicycles and automobiles have declared war.
What's the matter? Those helmets scrambled your brain? Hey, I'm talking to you, Sprouthead. At least go in single file, you stupid...
Shame on you, Seattle.
Shame! And shame if you don't keep watching. We'll be back right after this.
This is the south polar region of Neptune's moon Triton. The blue color is probably a result of sunlight scattered by methane ice crystals. The plains here seem to have been swept smooth by flows of icy methane volcanoes. The arrow indicates where methane and perhaps traces of ethane have been ejected in the molten state and then refrozen in a polished crust. We believe that the small ridges are the result of the dissipation of kinetic energy from various cosmic collisions. Oh, excuse me. Bernie, check your tape. We need E4, Bernie. E4.
The theater event of the decade is coming to Tukwila. In a moving one-man show, discover for yourself what theater goers everywhere are shouting. Bill Nye is William Shatner.
Mr. Scott, I need more power. It is a material and a device called Corvamon, which...
Thrill again to Captain Kirk convincing a renegade computer to give itself up.
M5. Scan the Excalibur. Is there any life aboard that ship? No life. You have killed. You have murdered.
Let yourself be carried away with Captain Kirk's favorite word.
You have destroyed.
Learn about life.
Not chess, Mr. Spock. Poker. High stakes, yes, but not for true gamesters.
See T.J. Hooker confront a criminal.
Hold it right there, Mr. Jones, if that's your real name.
You won't believe your senses when stage-bound Bill Nye becomes the modern Captain Kirk of the cinema.
Con.
Along with the classics, Nye performs Shatner in his modern, subtly defined roles. You'll see Shatner's racket pitchman for the U.S. Tennis Association.
I enjoy playing tennis. When I lose, I blame it on my racket. It's my racket that gets destroyed.
As the host of the fantastically popular series, Rescue 911.
Without oxygen, Bernadette could not breathe. Her life would be destroyed. In other words, Carl had to know how to perform CPR underwater.
Listen to what the critics are saying. It's his greatest role, the role of a lifetime, says Henrietta Wolf of the Sioux City Plain Roller. Kimberly Sullivan of the Tulsa Plainsman says, if he had come with any more energy, I swear he would have exploded.
I am Kira!
A master's tribute to a master. Mary Ann Northrup of the Chicago Sun-Tribune. And Frank Clifton of the Miami Herald says simply, Bill Nye is William Shatner.
Is that M5? You must die.
Come, share the excitement. Be moved as you've never been moved before in the theater. Come feel the heartache, the warmth, the humor, and the joy as you see for yourself, Bill Nye is William Shatner. Playing for 2 nights only at the Tukwila Dinner Stage Theater. Tickets available at all Ticket Star locations or order direct by calling 555-6124. See, Bill Nye is William Shatner. Come early for good hot food and a great show. Always plenty of free parking available.
All right, stay with us. Lots more funny stuff coming up. Take us out. Wow. Thank you. We're back. And you know, it just occurred to us that college is starting around the state on Monday for a lot of people. Anybody in the audience starting college on Monday? A few. That's good. Like, oh, great. A bell. All right. Good. That's great. Speech communications. Really great. It'll be great. Yeah. Well, that's great. I like the level of our crowd here. Anyway, a lot of the people on our staff actually have attended college, or I guess they've been on campus. Actually, I think Ed went to a concert at the Hub. So, I mean, that counts for something. And we looked around and we came up with some tips that we'd like to give to you, college freshmen, now that you're entering the university environment. Number one, guys, don't try to buddy up to the prof the way you did with teachers in high school. However, don't be alarmed when you see your female classmates suddenly calling your professor Keith. Just you know, to warn you about that right now. Anyway, in a discussion of SAT scores, always add 20 points to your verbal and 50 to your math, okay? Also, guys, don't drive by sororities with Mr. Microphone calling out, hey, babes, we'll be back to pick you up later. That's a no-no. Don't use organic chemistry lab to find out whether you're a morning person or not. Yeah, Bill Nye wrote that joke. Okay. In your world history class, don't ask how the Phoenicians ever invented those window blinds. And last, before a party, always place an empty trash can on both sides of the bed. Now, that's just to get you started. Good. All right, let the record show we needed the sign on that one. Okay, now, once you're at college, though, you're going to encounter something that's known as college speak. College speak. We've prepared a little handy visual aid to let you know what it is when you encounter it. Steve, roll that tape.
Yo, Jim, what up?
Hey, Pete, what's shaking, man?
Heading down to the calf to do some serious scarfing. Wanna come?
No go. Gotta do some big-time booking.
Hey, you're lost, man. Major scopage on Heather Jensen. She is hot.
Nah, I used to be way into her, man, but now I'm down on her.
All right, later, dude.
In a minute, man.
Okay, now, that was college speak. I know it's kind of hard to understand new jargon, so to help you, we've prepared this handy visual aid. Steve, roll it.
Yo, Jim, what up?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Hey, Pete, what's shaking, man?
Hi, Pete. What are you doing?
Heading down to the calf to do some serious scarfing. Wanna come?
I'm going to the cafeteria to eat heartily. Care to join me?
No go. Gotta do some big-time booking.
No, thank you. I really must study.
Hey, you're lost, man. Major scopage on Heather Jensen. She is hot.
Too bad. We can look at Heather Jensen. She is very attractive.
Nah, I used to be way into her, man, but now I'm down on her.
That's okay. I don't like her anymore.
All right, later, dude.
Goodbye.
In a minute, man.
I'll see you later.
All right. Hope you understand. Just thought we'd help you understand that. Now, one of the big questions when you're in college, when you're just about to start, when you're almost all the way through is, at the end of this course of study, I'm going to get a degree. What is it worth? What's it worth, really? And to help answer that question, we've come up with what we call our college degree equivalency chart. Now, follow along at home. For example, 1 Harvard Law degree equals 7 UW Law degrees, or 29 from UPS. All right. Now, 1 MBA from Stanford equals every degree from WSU to the 7th power. There, all right. See how this works? All right. Now, a medical degree from Johns Hopkins plus a journalism degree from Columbia plus a history degree from Princeton plus a PhD from MIT equals starting quarterback at Miami. All right. Finally, getting a little more local here, this is a general studies degree from Evergreen equals 2.5 courses from the Learning Annex. And finally, a communications degree from the University of Washington equals $1 off on Shakey's large combo. Yeah. All right. Well, we hope that's cleared things up for you incoming freshmen. Good luck in school this Monday, and we'll be right back. Heaven help the foes of Washington. Well, we're back. Well, you know, this year we don't want this show to be solely entertainment. Ha ha ha, no, because we're concerned, and part of the thing that we want to do is provide a public service, especially when it has to do with the public safety and health. If we notice a problem, we want to bring it to your attention. Steve, roll that tape.
Out for a nice relaxing picnic in the park when...
Huh? Oh, needles again?
Yes, used hypodermic needles are becoming an unwelcome guest in Seattle's parks and beaches. Discarded syringes spoil the natural beauty of our recreational areas. But that's not all. Drug paraphernalia and bicycles don't mix. The only needle a biker needs is the inflation needle. It's no fun to jog around medical waste, and it's no fun to waste expensive sneakers. The only shooting on court should be done with the ball. And hey, we're hard enough on the fish already. So if you use intravenous drugs in the park, be responsible, don't litter. Use the needle recycling bins. Remember, if you shoot up, pitch in. Let's keep our parks a great place for recreation.
That's right, folks. Comedy right out of today's headlines. Well, you know, we're going to be back next week at this time, and if you'd like to join us, call the King TV, call for tickets. Call 448-3795, there's the number, and ask for Clarissa. And just say, "Hi, Clarissa, can I have some tickets for the show?" Tell them who you are, tell them John sent you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.